Hi, my name's Grace and I'm a keeper here at the Taronga Institute of Science and Learning. Today we're going to do a gliding session with our little beginner. His name's Maluka, so come on through. Hello, Dylan. Hi. So this here is a little squirrel glider. He's around about 6.5, so that is quite old for a little glider. And he is what you'd consider the bigger version of a sugar glider. So when we hopefully see him come all the way out, he is about double to triple the size of a little sugar glider. Good boy. You ready to go? Good boy. So what I've just done now is locked him safely into his little box because we are going to transport him into our Woodlands Classroom for a gliding session. So here we are in our beautiful Woodlands Classroom. So this is an immersive classroom where we bring school children in for a beautiful educational lesson. So we're going to see if Maluka would like to come out of the box, and if he does, we're hoping that he's going to walk along this lovely perch and over to get some beautiful glider mix that I've got here in my hand. If he doesn't want to, that's no worries, he can head back to bed and there's no stress. Hi Dylan. Hi. Maluka's just taking in the room, the noises and the sounds of our other birds that live in the classroom, and that is perfectly fine. Good boy. You're right. So I'm just rewarding him for any small wins right now. The fact that the birds flew overhead and he didn't go all the way back into his box is a nice small win for us. Good boy. Good work. See how he's holding his back legs in? It's like a comfort thing. Good boy. Good boy. So Maluka wasn't so keen on doing a session with us today, and that's totally fine. If he doesn't feel comfortable coming out, we can take it at his pace. So just coming out and exploring the environment, going back into bed is perfectly fine. Later on, we are hoping that he will be more comfortable to come all the way out, but until then, you can have a look at Marley, who is our absolute little superstar sugar glider with Suzie. So let's go meet Marley and Suzie.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to do a training session with Marley, our little sugar glider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if he's awake in his box, and if he's ready to go, we're going to take him into the Woodlands Classroom and do a training session. All right, buddy, you ready? Good boy. Watch out. Oh, hello. So he's all tucked up nice and warm. Hi. You want your food? Clever boy. Good boy, Marley. All right. Bring you over here. So this is Marley. And Marley is a little sugar glider, and he only weighs 135 to 140 grams depending on the day of the week. He fluctuates a little bit, but yeah, he's very, very little compared to Maluka. So he's about a third to half the size of Maluka, so quite a bit smaller. So sugar glider versus squirrel glider. Now they do look very, very similar markings. But obviously that size difference, even just in the tail, you would have seen how big and fluffy Maluka's tail was. Marley's is much smaller here. And in terms of differences, they are very, very similar. They do actually live in very similar areas. They cross over in their habitat and their territorial sort of spaces as well. These guys do differ quite a little bit. These guys are a sugar glider, which, you know, given their name, you might get the hint that they love sugar. And what I'm feeding him here is a little nectar mix, so it's basically just a sugar drink, which he absolutely loves. So what he would get from like flowers and that sort of thing as well. But he loves insects, different invertebrates. They're gliding, so we're going to see Marley glide in a little bit if he wants to, and that differs as well. So these guys being a little bit smaller, they probably glide on average 20 to 30 metres, which is still a big distance for these little guys, whereas Maluka, the squirrel glider, can go up to about 50 or 60 metres, so quite a big difference. Now he's just woken up out of bed, so before we ask him to glide, we've got to ask him to warm up those muscles. We're not going to go for a sprint straight away. So I'm going to put him on his perch and see if he wants to have a walk along and warm up those muscles. And then when he's feeling comfortable, I'll step back a little bit further and see if he wants to glide to me. Boy, so we'll just do a little one. Good. So that was just a little jump. Now I'll see if we can go a little bit further. Oh, good glide, buddy. So he probably is doing around 2.5 to 3 meters at the moment. Oh, good boy. And you might be able to see before he leaps off the end there, he's lining up his target. So you'll see that he's moving his head, he's trying to get the best possible trajectory as he jumps off the edge there. And the good thing about my hand is that it's a moving target and I can move to him if he accidentally misses.